Okay, let's check sound check. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Let's see. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm doing the final preparations for the tiny cabin, and I looked at Home Depot yesterday, and they only had 16-foot 2x10s, and they didn't have 14-foot 2x8s. So they only had really in a decent price on the 2x10 16. So that's what I'm going to use, but I'm going to cut them down. So I'm going to redesign. I'm working on, what to do about that, what the exact size is. But this is the, I've got the walls turned off. And I got to work on that, but because I had a sloped roof, just a single sloped roof on here, and I think I'm going to go ahead and put a little gable. I haven't quite decided yet, but that's part of what I'm going to do. And then I'm looking at this thing, and it's the bigger cabin. So anyway, what I thought I would do is play some of the video I've got over the last few days, but I thought I'd wait till maybe we had some people watching to do that. So I'm going to work on this, and I have to make a decision, which it seems always tougher on my own personal jobs than other people's jobs for some reason. I don't know. I think I want to make this well, let me do some menial labor until I decide. Let's get out of that. What am I in? There we go. So I was converting these to 2x10s. And so I got that part done, and I thought, let's just share our work with other people. We'll do that. So I'm gonna put this on here, and I got a little line there that's bugging me. And I don't know why this looks like tiger wood. I don't know what I did to make it look that way. I'm not going to worry about it right now, though. There's another little line. Oh, I know what I had. I had little cuts on the front of them to kind of make them look good. But I'm going to go back to having this band on here. I was actually going to leave these exposed like that on the front. I thought it would look cool, but now I'm thinking I probably just want to go ahead and put this on there, and it'll give me a nice place to have my little porch, and also kind of protect the ends of your joist, because the end grain on wood doesn't like to be exposed to rain. It soaks up. It's like a sponge. So that'll protect it. And now I can see, let's see, I know it should be 13'6", 13'3". So now we have to decide if that's what we want to do or not. Let's turn on our floor sheeting. Let's turn off our floor sheeting. But this is going to be my tiny shack, my love shack. Am I in that drawing? So I know I'm going to move this out. I haven't decided whether I want to let my T111 I don't want it to hang down, because on my 8-foot wall, I want it to go all the way up. So up to the top of this front 8-foot wall. So that gives me, between the bed, that gives 6 feet basically. That's pretty cool. That's a good amount of room. And then here I can have a little table and chairs if I don't put my little wood stove there, which I'm tempted to do, but and this now can become a 3-foot vanity, which is much needed. Oh, it's already 3 feet, huh? I thought it was like 30 or something. I'm going to go ahead and show it at 6 inches more. And that'll give me one of those 42 inches where you get the top that's offset and you got a drawer stack on this side. A little more storage. And then, but I am going to move this over to give me another 3 inches beside the potty. And that's my floor drain I'm playing around with. I got to get it in the right place. It's not in the right layer yet. Yeah, it'll go right here. I'll fix that later. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my floor, I'm going to frame this up, the floor system, and I'm going to partially deck it, and then I'm going to do the plumbing as I go. Because I got to put the drain in for this. I got one of those cool shower pans that has the drain all the way across the end. So I'll have to get under here and make sure my drain works, which it should. If that's 18 inches, that's what I have to keep an eye on. 18, plus 3.5 for the thickness of the wall. Now that's cutting it close. What I need to do is move this out to where this is like a foot. Plus, what is that? Yeah, so I need to move this over at least. Was this my 18 inch? That's still tight, isn't it? I can play around with that. This is that's not all I gotta do is make sure that and I got this pan sitting out in my garage. I need to go out and measure. I'm pretty sure the drains. It's on the end in the middle, but it has a trough with a grate across. It's pretty cool. It's gonna be awesome. So it looks like the drain's all the way across the end, but I'm sure the drain's probably in the middle. And I just got to make sure I miss that. Hush, dog. And then on my sink, I'm gonna come out and put a drain up through the floor. It won't come through the wall. It'll come up through the floor, and it'll have a Studer vent on it, which is perfectly legal in Sequatchie County. Do we have anybody? Hey man, you wanna join me, Barrett? If you want to. We just need to build a separate shop, and oh no, the shop is over here, man. This is just a tiny shack that I turn off the roof. This shop's right here. That's in the main cabin, which the main cabin is like 1/3 shop. It's eat, sleep, work, and shopping area. But yeah, it's gonna be cozy, and I just gotta decide whether I want to put the put the wood stove in here or not, or if it's just too much trouble. Because I'm going to take the stove out of here eventually and put it in this house over here. And why it's not turned on, I don't know. Where's the wood stove? Where is the fireplace? Where is it? There it is. Yeah, it's one of these little deals, which will easily heat this place. Now I'm tempted to put it in here first, but see, when I take it out of here, it was going to sit right here originally. When I take it out of here, I'll have a hole in my roof, unless I do that thing where I go through the wall and then go up, and I don't know. I'm still on the, still questioning myself about that. But then the wall, let's turn this on. Now I'm trying to decide where, and I had this is trim I used to have on here. I'm going to move that because it looks silly. I'm just going to move it out of the way for right now. I had this set up so that this was 12'6", so 3 sheets was 12 feet, and then I was going to put those corner boards to make up the rest of it, so I didn't have to rip down a whole sheet. I'm thinking, oh, you know, you said that something about a separate shop, build a separate shop. But now I'm adjusting this wall. I'm going to move this wall. Now I got to figure out what plane I want the OSB on. Well, I know what plane it is. It needs to be on. It needs to come out. This point needs to be right there. And the floor sheeting's not turned on. I got to make it come over it. I think what I'm going to do is put a piece of drip edge on the over the subfloor, and let it hang down, and it'll have a little drip edge on it, and that way I can leave these 8-foot sheets will work. I mean, they could hang down an inch. I wonder if that wall's still active. This is a Medique edit wall, so I'll go ahead and show 1 inch. See what that does. Yeah. So what that'll do, thank you, Nathan, for making that available to me. So what that'll do is that'll allow the T111 to hang down an inch and cover that. And then I'll just have a little trim board up here at the top to cover that up. Now this is bugging me, but I'm not going to fix that yet. What is it? Well, I can fix it this way by saying 5/8. Telling I can go to here, walls, tools, edit opening, and lower the header height to 82. What would that be? 82 3/4, 82.75. Let's see if that works. That's close enough for now. But yeah, what I'm going to do is this will be framed, and there's going to be the roof extension. The reason I'm doing that is because there's going to be a little 6-foot wide, roof extension that comes out farther than the rest of the roof to make a little porch. It's just going to cantilever. There won't be any support for it. It's going to be awesome. So Barry, you need to study all this because you may be working on it next week. It's almost moving time. So that means I need to add 4.5. Let's see. Yeah. Is that 9 inches? I need to add. Yeah, 9 inches to this wall. Let's see which way it's going to move. Wall length. Let's see, that would be a 12'7". 12 feet 7. Is that right? Yeah, and then move it back this way. 4.5. And actually, now I can actually, now that I'm going to have to rip a sheet anyway, I can go ahead and let these walls overlap, which is really what they were supposed to do anyway. So the top plates will interact with each other. So that's supposed to go right there. And then I need to add another 3.5, another 7 inches to it. Yeah. So this will go edit 13.2. Is that right? Yeah, and see now if I regenerate these walls, I select that and regenerate. These top plates should cut. Okay, I know what's going on here. I've got this wall. You can set these walls up so that they just have like an end condition on them, but I'm going to fix that right now. Edit, I'm going to go down here. Yeah, see, I've got it set on end. Actually, that is correct though, because these are the ones that should have the corners on them. Yeah, corner, outside corner, outside corner, update. And you see now the plates, it fixed, and we got our corner. Unfortunately, it's a California corner, but we're not going to do that, Barry. We're going to build the Tennessee corner, not the California corner. That's pretty good. I need to copyright that, trademark it. Tennessee corner. There we go. Now I can make this wall, now that I know it's got to be 13.2 altogether, 10 feet 2, update, and then slide it back. What happened was I had these walls as gable end walls at one time, so I had them in between the other two walls. Yeah, that's working. This should work if I regenerate this wall. Yeah. Yeah. See if we got any. Hello there, Meme Land Farms. I'm going to go ahead and play this. Barrett, I don't know if you're still there, but I'm going to play a little bit of this. Now these are kind of short clips.
I can't even see him if I'm zoomed in.
This is where I was trying to find the surveyor back 200 feet.
I wonder if you can ask him how far back he is. I guess I'll know that.
Somehow his guy was able to see him. I wasn't able to. Yep, I told you it was short clips. Let's get rid of this one. And let's go to this one.
Ski is marking.
I've known Ski
Found it.
for a long time, about 15 years. He's my surveyor. We had to mark both.
Down there is the other end. And this is the theodolite, right? What is it called? It's total station.
Yeah, this is the total station. I think the theodolite's the.
What's that?
I think the theodolite's the
Older
Yeah,
version.
that was back in the 60s. When I was a kid. And then, what is this one? Let's see. This is really short. Let's see. Let's do, let's see. Let's go in order here. I've got these numbered. 12-1, 12-2, 12-3. This one's short.
We have started. Clearing the driveway. There's Travis. When I come back, it'll be cleared off.
I didn't mean to move around so much. We were busy, so I wasn't taking a lot of video, but this one's a little bit longer.
Power's going to come off that pole over there and come down through here.
It was like going through a jungle there for a while. Bear nose. That was short. And what about this one? And then I've got these. Let's see what this one is.
Let's see if we can get in here. Kind of weird.
This was when I first tried to drive in. I don't think I was able to film it. I was getting ready to hit that tree. And I decided to put the camera down, I think.
We're going to hit the tree. Kind of hard to film and four-wheel drive at the same time.
Yeah, so let me go to the next clip. This one.
Little bit of a ditch there. That's a big pile.
Yeah. It's bigger than it looks. It was quite a big pile. It was bigger than I thought it was going to be. And when they lit it on fire, it was really, really big. And what is this one? Some of these, that's that one.
Watch out, little tree.
Oh, this is where I was having to turn around, and I got stuck. I got stuck. It was so tight. I was in it. I kept having to put the camera down because I couldn't drive and maneuver around all.
We could capture that energy off that fire. That's a bigger pile than it looks in my video.
Oh yeah.
It looks small.
It's a lot smaller than what it's
That's an eight. That's probably 8 feet. 8 or 9 feet tall right there. So.
There we go. It shows you how tall.
And I'm burning up. I'm
Tall is.
standing there. I'm getting a sunburn, suntan, standing there. So anyway, those are just some short clips that didn't seem worth editing. I'll probably put them together all together at some point. But what we were looking at is the pile, the burn pile, is basically right here right now. And when it's all gone, I've got the tiny shack turned this way, but it's really going to be this way, like this. This is going to be a gravel pad for it right here. I've got it turned this way because my drawing axis is that way, north and south. I mean, it's east and west, north, south. And then when I get through with that, design, I'll turn it back 42 degrees. It's what it is off this line, off east. And this is facing south. The sun's, that's the arc of the sun. So, it's going to be cool. Now I have to decide whether I want to do, I think I deleted the roof for this. I guess I did. Because I don't think it's sitting around here anywhere on this thing. I think let's see what we have our handy Medique roof gable. Let's do a shed roof at first, and then we'll see if it looks too shackish. I mean, honestly, I don't care, but I mean, I don't know. I care, but for as far as this little shack goes, I care more about the cost of it than I do the. Let's say it's going to be. Let's see if it's 13 feet. It's going to have to. I'm going to have to make it like a 1 in 12. And then overhang lower, we're going to say 16. I'm going to start off with a 16-inch overhang and see. We're going to use 2x8s. And burst mouth cut's going to be 3.5. Because we're just using 2x4 walls. And ceiling joist, no. Okay. Rafter spacing. We'll say 16-inch for now. For now, when I go buy them, it may go to 2 feet. Okay. Where is my gable overhang? My rake, let's just say okay, and we will. I mean, it's not going to have gutters. I may end up doing a gutters. Where's the advanced gutters? No. And it's not going to have a fascia board on it. I'm going to leave it open rafter tails. So it's not going to have, all the soffit needs to come off. All the soffit needs to come off. Subfascia, no. And okay, soffit's not turned on, so we won't worry about it. So we have to decide whether we want to have that kind of rustic look to it. Now, this part in the middle, I'm going to take, and I'm going to see what it looks like with the 2 foot. I've almost talked myself into doing a little gable roof. What the gable roof would do is allow me to where's my dang rafters? Alrighty. Am I going crazy? I can't find the rafter space layout. Overhang, rafter depth, bird's mouth, ceiling joist, building length, rafter spacing right there. Duh. You just gotta go in order and you'll catch it. Alright, so we're gonna do that. We may try to get by with that. The only thing is, because what I was going to do is take these 2, 4, 6, these 4 rafters right here, we're going to hang over 2 more feet to create a little stoop over the door. So I don't know. Do we have any suggestions? I mean, if I was going to do this, what I would do is I would raise this back wall up to, it would go to here. Let's find out how much taller that is. 1 foot 1 basically. So we would go to this wall, and it would be that's not going to be perfect, but it's nowhere near perfect. I left off the that's close enough for now. But anyway, the back wall, because I'm not sure I'm going to do that. That's why I'm not getting too picky with it. That's what I would do. Basically build a 9-foot wall in the back, which this wall is taller. This wall, see, is almost 10 feet. No, it's not. Yeah, 108 is 9 feet. So in any event, that's pretty shacky looking. So that's my shack description would be accurate on this if that's what I did. Now I think what I'm going to do, let's move this over just for the fun of it. We'll go 40 feet, get it out of here. I think that's what happened last time. I need to lower this wall back down. Yeah, because this gable roof will just go on top of it. And we will do our little Medique roof rafters. This will be a gable roof. And we will go from here. Now this I'd probably go at least a 412. And if I was going to do this, I'd at least go 16 inches. Rafter depth 2x8. Ridge board 2x10. Bird's mouth cut 3.5. Let's see. Yes. Let's turn off the gutters. Go ahead and turn those off. And what else did I see? No soffit. Right. Okay. So I don't know. If I'm going to do a gable, I'd probably go ahead and make it a little steeper. And because I mean, if I'm worried about ugliness, and I'm not sure I want to be worried about ugliness yet, but I have a reputation to maintain. Let's see. What's the fascia board? Fascia, no. Update. And let's make it a 512. Oh, that's a 6. I can't see my keyboard. If I could get happy on the, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, really what I'm going to do is put collar ties in here, and then because I want a little attic space. The nice thing about having a gable is you'll have a little shaft, not shaft, but a place where you can run wires up and run them, down the length of the building if you want to. Or even plumbing, because I could run, water lines from the shower up into that little space and come over and then go down to the kitchen sink. If I have a flat roof, a shed roof, I don't have any attic space to put anything in. Where's our ceiling joist? It doesn't have collar ties, does it? I wonder why it doesn't have collar ties. I need to ask him about that. He's got ceiling joist. But what I would do is I would build these like, well, let's just say no. And then what I would do is, let's turn off the cladding. Okay, where are we? Too many layers. Too many layers. And the roof cladding layer is somewhere. Now I'm kind of freaking out a little bit because I don't know where let's collapse all this junk. Collapse all. Now see, some of these layers are not in where they're supposed to be. Tags, whatever. So I don't know why there's no roof cladding layer. Oh, that's crazy right there. And then turn off the roof sheeting. What I'm trying to do is get to the rafters. There we go. Because what I'm going to have is and honestly, based on the length of these rafters, 8'6". That's not good. What I want to do is make this so a 16-foot would do 2 rafters. So what I would have to do is I would have to make this probably a 4.5 12. Let's go out here and make this. Let's see what that would do. 4.5, and then maybe even cut back on the overhang a little bit, because I do not want to. Yeah, that doesn't even look like it's going to work if I make it 412. So you see, on a single slope roof, a 16-foot rafter would work. And I wouldn't do this cut right here. I wouldn't do that. That looks. We would only do that if I was going to have a soffit. Yeah, see, 15'10". I could take one rafter and set it up there and put a metal clip on each end, and that would be it. So the neighbors, I'm in the woods, so the neighbors might just have to put up with ugly. The only thing I'm going to miss is what I was going to do is put a collar tie in here. Right about there somewhere, and I was going to have that little triangle for a chase going from one end to the other. So let's say I put the meter base over here, and I have all these wires coming up. I could have got into that. I could put the meter in the middle so that when the wires come up out of the top of it, I can run those down that chase without having to drill a bunch of holes in the wall. So it's sad though that I would be stuck buying 10-footers. But if I was going to buy 10-footers, I would go back to a steeper roof. And that's kind of what you do. And if I was going to have to buy 10-footers, I would actually even make the roof a little steeper. The only thing I would do is check to make sure that when I come out another, what is that, 2 feet or 12 inches, I'm not, I'd want to be right above the door. I'm going to have these come out over this door and window to give me a little place to, I'm going to have some stone down here as a little stoop. And I'll probably extend the stone on both sides of the door so I can stack up firewood. But, really though, I could come on out, honestly, it wouldn't hurt my feelings if I came on out to here. If I came out here. Let's see what that does. Let's see, that is the wrong. Let's do this. Let's go down to there. And draw this line out to here. And then continue this line. And see how far that is. Okay, I'm holding the shift key. You're supposed to stay on that. What in the world? Oh, I see. It would be like this. So that would be that. Yeah, I don't need that much. That's another 2 feet. Yeah, so yeah, I'll be able to get a nice, oops. Got into the dark web there for a second. I'll be able to have a nice overhang over the door and the window. And that's just nice. It keeps the rain off your door, your threshold, and all that from rotting out. And let me get rid of all those lines. So any comments yet? That is a love shack. Yes, that's a love shack. I'm going to love being here and anticipating building my bigger little cabin. This is the tiny cabin, and this is the bigger tiny cabin. And then when Barrett decides he wants to build him a house, he can come back here and build it back here across the creek. That's what this is. We haven't made it back to the creek yet. We're going to go exploring. That'll be our next thing. I'm going to make us a Jeep trail. We got this all cut in, and then we're going to make a Jeep trail back here and explore that. The back 40 square feet. And so, I don't know. I'm going to have to decide. I think I really need to decide. I've been going around and around over this thing, and I need to decide what I want to present. I got, when you're a design build contractor, you can be a redneck, but you don't want to be. It's like, I want to save money. I just want to do this, really. But if I do that, and here I am making a video about it. Let's go back 60 feet with this one. I think I took this one back 40 feet. The thing about this one though I like is, let's see if I can get rid of that cut on the. That's one thing I like about Nathan's extension. Everything is editable. Gable rafter depth. There shouldn't be any cut on these rafters since there's no soffit cut. Soffit cut, no. You see, I don't understand why this thing is cut. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. That's all boring stuff. Anyway, I can set this to where that cut is not there, because I'm not going to cut all these rafters like that. The reason we would do that is if it makes the front soffit line up with the side, the depth of your barge rafter. So I'm not going to do that. They'll just be all the same. This is a love shack, and I don't need to worry about edit rafter assembly. And it's right here somewhere in the advanced options. Breakboard depth. Maybe this is it, 7.25. If I adjust that, maybe it'll go down. Yep, that's what it was. That's what it was. Good. That's the way it's going to be. We'll just have a little tiny bird's mouth, maybe a little deeper than that, and then this back wall. The only thing I am going to miss is the bigger overhang that I can have. See, these are, what I'll do is I'm just going to literally take a 16-foot 2x8 and it'll go all the way. So I can add another inch to these. In real life, these rafters will be an inch longer. And then what I'll do is I'll scab on to these right here, and I'll, to make them hang over farther than, so I can have a stoop out here. Message retracted. What did you say, Frederick? So I've got to decide. I may have to. I like the gable roof, but I like the simplicity of the shed roof. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to think on it, and it's got me to where I don't want to go any further until I figure this out. Unfortunately, I've got to make a decision next week. I literally have to buy the lumber for this. So anyway, I hope that probably wasn't very informative, but I thought since I was working on it, I would just turn the camera on and see if anybody was interested. So, but I will continue to update, and we'll have next week. We'll have video on probably starting the tiny shack, and that's why I'm trying to get this worked out now. But, so thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.